In this video, we will be talking about cycle temp irrigation with the iGrow 1400 controller. With the cycle temp irrigation mode, it still follows the cycle irrigation parameters with a cycle duration time and a cycle on time. But what this mode gives you in addition is 2 cycle on times based on temperature thresholds that you set. Basically, it's a fluctuating on time between 2 temp threshold values. So let's go ahead and begin by programming an output for cycle temp irrigation. And so what we'll do from the home screen, we'll hit Enter Menu and scroll down to Program Equipment, and we'll hit Enter Menu, and we'll make this equipment type by hitting plus, expanding it, an irrigation equipment type, and then hit Next a couple times. Now by default, we have scheduled by hitting plus and minus. It allows us to get through the various modes of irrigation that are available, and we'll go ahead and go to cycle temp. Then at cycle temp, go ahead and hit Next. Now you have a start time here and you have an end time, which can be astronomically adjusted by simply hitting plus at this point here, or you can have a fixed time. Hitting Next brings you to the time values, and you can change just by hitting plus and minus. And for demonstration purposes, we'll have this at 6 a.m. We hit Next, and we'll have our end time at 4 p.m. Use the minus to get to the PM values quicker. And then hit Next to get to the cycle time. Now our cycle time is our on and off time combined, and we will make this cycle time be 1 minute. Hit this to make this cereal 1 minute. Hit Next. And for demonstration purposes, we're going to go ahead and put in the top one 80 degrees. Hit Next. And we have the on time here. And we'll make this 15 seconds. And we'll make this value 70 degrees. Then hit Next. And make this 5 seconds. Now, for our example, if the temperature is above 80 degrees, then the on time will be 15 seconds. If it's below 70 degrees, then the on time will be 5 seconds. Now, the controller uses its logic to determine the on times in between these temp values. For example, if the temp is at 75 and the cycle begins, the on time will be 10 seconds. And then hit Next. And you want to go ahead and hit back to the home screen to save our changes. Now, to view our irrigation inputs, simply hit Next to get to the equipment status screen. And as you can see, we have 4 outputs set as irrigation. The left column is the number the output is on. The name is in a second. The third is the amount of waterings that have occurred. And to the right is basically the time, the duration that the controller is waiting for to water. And as you can see, number 1 is watering currently. Now from the Lincoln view, we have our zone right here. Going to open the zone, and our first 4 outputs are in fact irrigation. Double click this. This is what the cycle temperature programming looks like in Lincoln. But let's go ahead and put this to the test. We have 2 temp values, 80 and 70, 15 for 80, 5 for 70. And what we're going to do is just change this in temp to be below 70 degrees. And as you can see, our in temp is in fact lower than 70 degrees. It's at 65. So our on time for irrigation should be 5 seconds. And that's about 5 seconds right there. I'm going to change the temperature value again to be higher than 80, which will make the on time a much longer duration, 15 seconds. We're just waiting for the cycle time to expire. And as you can see, a much longer duration on. And that's our video on cycle temp irrigation with the iGrow 1400 control.